Good morning guys, it's Rachelle from Monoling Furniture in miserable wet Sydney again. Moved to the other side of the world, they said. It'll be sunny all the time, they said. Whatever. Anyway, as you know, I ran out of furniture yesterday. Big worry. All good though. Today I'm on my way now to pick up some bedsides and a tall boy. So stick with me, I'm going to get stuck into one of these today, not sure which. Look at them. I love them. The bedside drawers are on runners. I didn't check the others, I just assumed they will be. It's so nice. It's so nice. I'm excited. They are, ladies and gents. Aren't they beautiful? I really love them. I love the feet. They're crying out for maybe having some metallics or something on. Really pretty. Pretty sure the top is solid wood, but I'll have a look over the back soon. This detail is painted on. I'm not going to want to try and sand that off. It would be okay if I was doing a dark stain and I tried to sand it because I wouldn't be able to get it all. But if I was going to do a light stain, that's a no-go. Drawers are on runners, sweet. Base of the drawer is just crap. What's that called? Ply? Something like that. Let's have a look at the back. Yep, so that's solid wood. There's no veneer there. So that's solid wood. This is just, what do you call that? Is that ply? I never know. I'm always converting words from UK to Australia to US. So I don't know what each of them calls. Anyway, this is cheap particle board or compressed, whatever it is. That's just cheap there. So that's, the base is laminate. The top is solid. I would probably assume that everything else is laminate. Sorry, veneer. Not laminate. It's from Freedom, so that's good. They wouldn't have been cheap. And let's have a look. So this one over here, so there's a little bit damage to the varnish. That doesn't bother me in the slightest. Likewise there. So what I will probably do is stain the very top, paint the rest, and then I might do something with the feet. These are the mirror that came with them. It's actually a really nice mirror, so I'll probably paint that. Not sure what colour, and I probably won't do it as a set. I don't really generally do any sets, so I sell bedsides as a set, but that's about it. Right, get my thinking cap on. Right, let's see what we've got here. So as usual, I'm using my Bosch GX125 AVE Professional. This is a random orbital. Random means that it spins off centre, and a 120 grit sandpaper. This is what I use for my initial my rough sand, and then at the end I do a smooth sand before I stain it. So what is important to do, always go with the grain. You don't want to be working across the grain. You're going to create marks, you're going to damage the wood. So always stick with the grain and keep it moving, but only slightly. Don't put pressure on it, don't put heaps of pressure, just let the sander do the work. With this one that's easier because it's a powerful one. With the not so powerful ones, you're really inclined to push down on it, but you really shouldn't. Okay, let's go. So I've noticed that wasn't working as well then, so it generally just means that you need to change the pad out. And there really is no guide as to how often you need to do that. You just notice when it's not doing as good a job, just switch it out. Right, that's all done. It's come out really nicely. Like I said, I'm not going to sand the edges. I'm just going to stain the top. If you're ever trying to work out how long it takes me to sand a piece, when I speed these up, they're sped up by 8 times. So if you have a look at how long it takes, times that by 8, that's how long it's taken me. Someone asked me to put a clock on there. I haven't got a clue how to do that, so that won't be happening. Not in the near future anyway. Right, that's the top sanded on both of them now. I just wanted to step in and say I've had a question about the smaller Zito sander that I've got. This is the one that I bought from Bunnings, and it comes with, why doesn't it say it there, 20 sanding sheets. It does say the sizes. Anyway, it's all squashed up because it's been left in the rain. So this was 30 bucks with 20 sanding sheets. When I'm using this one, if I'm doing the edges around here, I use an 80 grit, and when I'm scuff sanding, I use a 120. And yes, you can get it in these. These come with those grits. If I was smooth sanding with this, I would use a 240, but I generally don't use this to smooth sand, because when I'm doing the edges, I do it by hand. When I'm smooth sanding, I just do it by hand. But yeah, that's the one there. Okay. I should probably be in bed, I think, but I've started, so I need to finish it. Right, now we're going to look at these bedsides, and they're going to have, I'm going to go with metallic feet. So, show you what I got going on. Turned them upside down, and all I'm going to do, I'm not going to bother about masking them off or anything, because it's got a very definitive edge. So basically the leg stops and then this decorative area starts. So I'm just going to put some base blocker on this. This is the Purico grey. I'm only using this one because that's what I've got. I think it's probably the best option, but if you've got white, that's fine too. And I'm using my little shorty. It's not a shorty, it's a sleek 38mm sleek that I cut off. Honestly, I'd happily use all my paintbrushes this size. I just prefer them. I might cut them all off. So I don't mind that I'm going over onto the leg there, because I'm going to be painting that. It doesn't matter. Oh, I don't sound great, do I? Bloody idiot. It's my daughter's fault. She came the other day to tell me how she'd caught a bug off her boyfriend. Great, thanks. She knows I catch stuff off her instantly. We've always passed our bugs back and forth. Anyway, hers is passed already, so hopefully mine will too. We both had so many COVID tests, you wouldn't believe. Yeah, so I'm not bothering to tape it. I'm going to spray paint these. And all would be good. I don't get too fussy about the underneath parts. What I may do later is paint this section the same colour as the body, but I may not. I don't get too caught up in that. I don't really worry too much about what you can't see, sorry. I know a lot of people do, and that's great. But I tend not to. Jeez, is it warm or what? What do you think, girls? Are you melting? How are you coping with all that fur on you? What's the weather like with you guys? It's actually raining and miserable here, but it's feeling really humid, but that could be my bug or my hormones, who knows. I think I know, I feel like crap. Oh, I'm looking forward to spraying these actually. I'm going to use the Krylon, what's it called? Shortcuts. I really love using that on the hardware, and I'll do the hardware the same. So I'll show you that, because I've only shown you that when I was doing a little test run of it, and I haven't used it on a piece yet. So right, wait for this to dry and we'll get that done. Right, so these are the draw pulls I'm going to be using. These I just buy in bulk off eBay. Mixed stuff. They come from China, so you have to sort of be prepared to wait, but I just stock up on those. And this is the spray I'm using. It's a Krylon Shortcuts metallic paint. Great for wood, metal, craft, foam and more. And I get that from Capriol. And what's this called? Krylon Trigger. I don't know. There. And that just clips onto there and turns this into a normal spray gun, just to make sure that's facing out the right way. I got that from Capriol too. Right, good shape. Actually, I'll take the screws out. So these ones come with the screws, but when you receive them, to be honest, they very rarely fit the furniture because they're quite short. So I still generally have to replace one of those crappy things that you've got to cut off in buddings. But anyway, still cost effective. Right, so how long did it, how far away did it say? It's about 15 centimetres, wasn't it? That's too much to read. I was going to guess. Right, face the right way. Good shake. Oh, I love this stuff. I get so excited. Can you see what I'm doing? Let me bring it a bit closer. Probably going to be all over the fence. Look how good it is. The coverage is amazing. It dries instantly. So this would be nice. And it looks good on my tarp too, see? Here we are. Simple as that. That'll be dry in seconds. Right. Let's see if that... Oh, I know it's not dry. I can see it's not dry. I'm a bit all over the place today, guys. Look. Is it hot or is it me? I think it's me. Right, let's get these painted. So all I've done is lay down some tea towels in the base here, just so I don't get paint all over it. But I'm not going to worry about getting it anywhere other than on here, because I'm going to be painting that anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Quick shake. Oh, look at it. Oh, it fell over. Beautiful stuff. So easy. Look at that. Looks a bit royal, eh? Right. I'll go and get all the others done. What do you reckon, guys? Do you like? Well, that's annoying. I just ran out of the Krylon shortcut, so I'm just going to go over it with this. I prefer the Krylon, but I prefer to have a job finished even more. So I'm just going to go over it with this, and then I'm going to place another order for Krylon. Decision made. I'm going with Dixie Belle Silk all-in-one mineral paint in the colour Anchor. This is their black. Their charcoal is called Black Sands. Whoever thought that out, I have no idea. But anyway, it is what it is. Oh look. See, it's got the same skin. Remember, I noticed that on the Hampton olive and on the white. It has this skin on that you can't, you just have to take it off. You can't mix it in because it's all set. But that's okay. Just peel it off. Check it on the floor. So, in seeing it this way, you can see that there's a lot of blue in it. And that's true of any black or dark charcoal. So give it a good mix. See, I've already got it all over myself. This looks really nice. Sorry if you can't hear very well, it's raining again. So I haven't used this colour. If it's got a matte finish, like some of them do have, it's a bit hit and miss. If it's got a matte finish, it's no biggie. I'll just add some Clarks & Millie top coat into the final coat. Yeah, and I'm going to go in with my Sleek Brushes chopped off brush. Cheapest chips. Let's have a look. Oh, that's the sort of coverage I'm on board with. Ah, sweet. Please let this be a good coat, a good finish, because I don't want to be doing any more work than I have to. Look at that. I love it when I try something new and I like it. Now, do you see what I mean about me not needing to tape off? Because it's got a definite edge. So I don't need to. I'm already getting a clean line. Right, I'll get on with painting this. Might speed you up, let you see a little bit. Oh, baby's gonna say hi. Hi, Bells. Just a quick little update from my phone. So I'm just putting the second coat on, and it's just a 2-coat application, so that's fantastic. Because the temperature is heated up though, I'm using the mister again. So it's just to give me a little bit more work time with the paint. So literally, like you've seen before, I did on the last one, I just give it a quick spray on, and then I paint over it. It just gives me a little bit more work time, that is all. It's not reactivating it or anything. And that just gives you a bit of a smoother finish as well. Right, the paint has gone on really nicely. So it's just 2 coats. It's a really nice finish, so I don't need to do any sort of top coat. And now I'm going in to do my smooth coat on the top, a smooth sand on the top, 240. And actually Amy from Flip It Furniture made a good point on her latest video, in that when you're using a 240, if you just go too far with it, you actually make it too smooth, and so the stain doesn't sink into the wood. So you don't want to make it too smooth. You just want to, so don't go too crazy. Just get to the finish that you need and stop would be my suggestion. Right, let's get into it. Jesus, weather's all over the shop today, look. Oh, anyway, as is always the case, I never know what I'm going to do with a piece until I'm stuck in it. And now I'm going to go with Purico, can you even see that? Midnight Stain. So I'll put this on with a Dixie Belle sponge, and then on top of that I'll put my usual Carts & Millie top coat. So my husband's waiting to do the lawn, so rather than listen to me ramble on through this, I'll just speed through, put some music on for you and you can just watch. Thanks. guys, all finished and ready for me to stage and take photos. I'm not going to lie, it's been a tough one today. I think it's because I'm not feeling 100%. And I've got some furniture to juggle that's being given away. It's the top of the buffet that I did the other day. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this. The finish is really lovely actually. So that's Dixie Belle, what was it called? Anchor. I need to dust off the bottom. That's just where I've been moving them around. Dixie Belle Anchor in the silk, and that's 2 coats. And the final coat, in some areas I used the mister just because it was hot. Harper's trying to escape. Look, you're not going out. And I really like, it's the first time I've used Midnight. Really lovely. So you can still see the grain through it. I was struggling to think what stain I would use because I didn't want to incorporate another colour. Because you've got the black and the gold, which are quite dramatic. Harper, you're not going out. So I was really happy with the black turned out, the Midnight. So, right, let's get staged and photos. So good to have finished that one today. I don't know why, I'm just exhausted. I've seen that there's been lots of PMs coming through as I've been working today. I'm really sorry that I can't get to them. I'm just flat out with doing the buying furniture, selling furniture, painting, delivering, pickups, the YouTube channel, and I also run a business. I'm also a business manager for another company, and I run a virtual assistant business, so I'm pretty flat out. So I apologise if I don't reply to PMs, I just don't have the time. But if you head over to the Facebook page, I've mentioned it again, it's called Mono Lane Furniture Friends. Post any questions in there, and then hopefully if I don't get to answer them, someone else there will be able to, and then I can look at it later when I'm relaxing a bit. Thanks so much guys, please like and subscribe, I will love you forever. Have a great Saturday evening. I'm going to